Hello folks, and it's time for our first F1 Manager stream of 2025. Yes, we're back, and we are getting stuck in to a new save on F1 Manager 24. We've inverted the grid, we've turned it upside down based on the drivers' ratings within the game. So the best drivers are in the worst cars, and the worst drivers are in the best cars. So let's see who emerges victorious. I did this on F1 Manager 23 as a video, and if I remember correctly, Alex Albon became world champion with Ferrari. He's not at Ferrari this time around, but we will have some fun along the way, I'm sure, with the drivers that we're going to be using. And that brings me to point number one. Let's first of all get the results of the poll up and show you that. So if I move it over here, so as you can see, it was a tie between Ferrari, Mercedes, V-Carb and Sauber. So Magnussen and Zhou are the Ferrari pair, Hülkenberg and Tsunoda, Bottas and Piastri, and then there's Verstappen and Alonso. So if I now change the window that we are capturing, hopefully, or is it not going to show us that? It's not giving me that option, which is annoying. Let's hang on. Let's go with, which one is it? Is it display capture? No, it must be window. Let's do a new window capture. Window capture 3. No, it still won't show me. Still won't show me what I wanted to see. Hang on. Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. Tell you what. Does this work? If I take the camera off of here, can you see the screen? Yes, you can see the screen. So if I do this and then bring up that and play it, this is the wheel being spun. Hopefully you can see this. And it lands with Sauber. Verstappen and Alonso will be our team. So I'll drop that back down. Hopefully you saw that. Let's pop that back up there. There we go. That's better. So we are using Sauber. We're using the worst car, which is also the save that we had on F1 Manager 23. I used Sauber because it was the worst car. The wheel doth speak, as usual. It gives us what it chooses. So we're using Sauber for this save. It would have been fun to use Magnussen and Zhou at Ferrari, but this is what happens when you get a tie. I was kind of interested in using Bottas and Piastri in V-Carb because it's a semi-decent car and you'd have semi-decent drivers. Now we have a box of rubbish to drive around with, and we've got two drivers who are going to be pretty wasted with it, to be honest. So it's going to be all the fun, I would suppose. Let's say hello to chat. Hello to German, who is here. He's also in the EGRL Tier 2 race at the moment. He says he's reversed into James in the sprint race. Why were you reversing? That's not the way to go. You're supposed to go forwards. And I need an explanation, Jama, when you finish the feature race. Let me know the circumstances around you reversing into James. So let's dive into the game, actually, and we'll check out Sauber, shall we? So here we are. Sauber, kick, stake. We'll just call them Sauber because that avoids any confusion. Max Verstappen and Fernando Alonso are our drivers. Max Verstappen apparently is happy to be here. His personal situation, he's happy with his contract bonus, his contract salary, current affinity. Why is he so happy with his He's on 30 million a year. We can't afford this. A 7-year deal. So I've used the editor to move him around, and I did auto contract, and it's just brought his Red Bull contract. Oh, he's got 5 years left on his contract. Oh my gosh. If he finishes first, he gets $500,000. He ain't finishing first in this. He's not finishing first today, or any point this season, I would think. Alonso is obviously negative. He doesn't like his engineer. His development rate is bad because he's old. Contract negotiation patience is down. We won't be negotiating a contract. That's fine. And his performance, don't know. He's not fussed about his salary, but that's the best part of $12 million as well. So yeah, Sauber's going to go bankrupt pretty quickly. Here's the car. It's bad. It's really bad. Like, it's the worst on the grid bad. Oh, except at Belgium, where it might be good. Well, I say good, just better. And at Canada. Basically, we look good at Singapore and Azerbaijan. But yeah, anywhere with significant corners, nah, ain't happening. So let's have a look at the rest of the grid. As you can see, Max Verstappen's at Sauber. Sergio Perez has gone to Williams. Lewis Hamilton's ended up at Alpine alongside Charles Leclerc. Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz are reunited at Haas. Carlando is back. And George Russell joins Sergio Perez at Williams. Oscar Piastri is at VCARB. Lance Stroll joins McLaren. So maybe Lance Stroll can actually win a world championship. Pierre Gasly is at Aston Martin. Esteban Ocon is alongside him because they're both rated 84. So they were destined to end up together still, weren't they? Alex Albon is at McLaren. So could he repeat his F1 Manager 23 success with the inverted grid and win the world championship? Yuki Tsunoda is at Mercedes, and he's alongside Nico Hülkenberg. Valtteri Bottas joins Oscar Piastri, as we already mentioned. Ricciardo in the bin, gone. Zhou is at Ferrari alongside Kevin Magnussen. Logan Sargent also slung the hook, and that makes way for Felipe Drugovich and Théo Pourchaire. I decided to put the last two Formula 2 champions in because we know Sargent's rubbish. Ricciardo, look, he's not going to win, is he? Because he's not the worst rated. So he won't have the best car. Where would he have ended up? He'd have probably ended up in the Ferrari. No, he'd have ended up in the McLaren, to be fair. Or would he? Yeah, he would have. So Albon would have been at Mercedes, I think. But anyway, I just thought it'd be more fun to have Drugovich and Pourchaire in because they're below 80 rated, but they're in what is currently the fastest car. So that's going to be fun. Hello to Elite Silver. How are you doing? Good to see you in chat. Yeah, so I'm going to go to the sponsor negotiation so we've got some money to create some parts. Because, man, are we going to need them. We are going to need them parts. Hello to Henrik. He's the second best Henrik that I've had the pleasure of meeting, but second best Henrik I know of, after Henrik Larsson, the Swedish footballer. I just click randomly on here. Hello to Hugo and hello to Sean. Welcome along. Hugo, I think you're a first-time chatter, so introduce yourself. Who is your favourite driver? Which is your favourite team? And yeah, great to have you in chat. How are you doing? And Sean, how was your holiday, mate? Welcome back to the chat. Also a channel member. Thank you so much for your support. Elite says he got killed by James in the feature race for Tier 2. Oh dear. Oh dear. James involved in all the incidents today, being reversed into by Germain and then colliding with Elite. That's not ideal. So let's do some sponsor planning. I've got an itchy nose. Hello to the cool down room. Welcome along. Introduce yourself as well. Who's your favourite team and which is your favourite driver? Sean's just got home. Sean, where have you been? Where did you go on holiday and how was it? Hugo is a Hulkenberg fan. So if the wheel had spun in, oh, it's Hugo. Welcome, Hugo. See, I was thrown by the fact that it wasn't your usual username. There we go. So your favourite driver is Hulkenberg. Nah, that makes sense. And then your favourite team is McLaren. There we go. Welcome along, my man. Yeah, good to have you all here. So that is all the teams sorted. Let's start putting some parts on this absolute mess that is the Sauber. So first thing we're going to do is an underfloor, because you just have to start there. We're going to split the ATR allocation. That explains why you're always in the house. Yeah, I'm with you now. Lando Norris is the cooldown room's favourite driver. And you like Williams? Oh, you'll get along with Justin, one of our other members. He's a big Williams fan. I think Alex Albon's his favourite driver. Right, let's do the underfloor, and we'll start with a chassis as well. We will take out all of the weight on this and at least make Sauber semi-competitive. And we'll have basically maybe we make this car like a bullet in a straight line and just see what we can do with it. You went to Austria to do some skiing. Very nice. Happy late early New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well. And Happy New Year to everybody else who's in chat as well. Obviously, it's only the 5th of January. So, yeah, I suppose it's still Happy New Year, isn't it? We're less than a week into 2025. Lewis Hamilton's officially a Ferrari driver now. So, yeah, that's fun, isn't it, to think about? Albon's your second favourite. I mean, Albon's a very likeable guy, isn't he? How can you not like Alex Albon? I'd love to meet someone who doesn't like Alex Albon and actually go, why? What's wrong with him? Driver development update. Well, I don't think they're going to get any better. There we go. Right. Oh, here we go. We are already into the first race. So, where do we think Verstappen can get this car? 18th? I'm just going to go 19th for Alonso. Right, Bahrain. Here we go. Just going to close a few of our windows. Right, let's at least give these guys a fighting chance and give them a decent setup. But from here, I'm going to do this setup and then I'm going to just leave the engineers to it. So whatever they then do with it and however they mess it up is completely up to them and the drivers. Did I do 7-3 on the first one? No, did 6-4. Cool. Right, let's simulate to the race, because why not? We don't need to worry about qualifying because we're probably going out in Q1 anyway. So what's the point in wasting time? We could get another race in because that, yep, there you go, 18th and 19th. So let's see who has taken pole position for the first round of the season. Théo Pourchaire has done it in the Red Bull by a very small margin over Kevin Magnussen. Drogovic is third, then Albon, Ocon, Stroll, Tsunoda, Zhou, Hulkenberg and Sainz cracks the top 10. By the way, don't think that the new year made me forget about the formation lap incident in Qatar. You're still very welcome to that. Right. Oh, Lewis Hamilton is last in the Alpine. Oh dear. Maybe we should have had him in the Sauber. So, just for a bit of context, Alonso and Hamilton are both 90 rated. And when I did this series sort of video in F1 Manager 23, I put Hamilton in the Sauber, Alonso was in the V carb, I want to say. So I decided to switch it round this time. Verstappen, because he's the highest rated, just goes in the slowest car. Right. So let's do a strategy. What we can do with both of these drivers is the goated light tyres, under fuel strategy, because they're both really good. So we might as well. We'll do it the opposite way round. One can start on the softs, one can start on the medium. There we go. So let's under fuel. Won't bother with the pace modes because we're just going to be at the back anyway. All of our positional gain is going to be made through the strategy, so there's no point trying to do it at the start and having an accident. So, to the Bahrain Grand Prix, let's get this season underway. Who is going to win the first race of the season? Will it be Porsche? Will it be Kevin Magnussen? Will it be somebody else? Here we go then. The 5 red lights are coming on. There they are. The lights are out. The race is on and we're all the way at the back. We won't worry about us for now. Porsche has got a wonderful start and he's launching himself down to turn 1. And he's clear. Drogovic is pulling into second place. And Magnussen's going backwards. Ocon has made a good start. And he's trying to get round Magnussen. Looks like the Ferrari has it covered though. He's on medium tyres. Can Ocon send it down the outside? Not quite. Magnussen holds him off. But Red Bull are 1 and 2 off the line. Alonso has got past Verstappen. We're all just lagging around at the back. The Alpines and the Saubers. Look at, see, we've got, how many is that? 7, at this moment 3, so 10, 12 World Championships occupying the 3 lowest positions on track. My word. Okay, right. Let's get a few laps under our belt. Let's lighten the load on the tyres. Let's deploy battery. See if we can move our guys forwards. Hey Justin, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Obviously channel member, thank you as always for your support. You join us as we get our first lap completed of the inverted grid save with Sauber. We've got Fernando Alonso and Max Verstappen at the wheel. And Hamilton and Verstappen are fighting over last place. Maybe this is the fight we watch all season. Porsche has opened up he had opened up a 1 second lead on his teammate, but he's absolutely murdered his tyres to do it. Here comes Drogovic on better tyres, and Felipe Drogovic takes the lead. Well. That I did not have in my expectations. They're pulling away from Magnussen. So these are the 2 lowest rated drivers on this grid, and yet they're pulling away in the fastest car, which I suppose is to be expected. Porsche back down the inside, and Drogovic lets his teammate through. Verstappen still fighting. No, he's now fighting Alonso. I mean, I know our car's bad, but do we want them fighting? Probably not. So let's move things along. Let's see how the race develops. Keep an eye on things. We'll check in with it every now and again. We've got yellow flags. Leclerc with the lockup and Alonso gains a place. Yeah, Porsche and Drogovic are going to be fast, but they're going to be rubbish on their tyres, aren't they? Leclerc has immediately got past Alonso. This Sauber is so bad. It's so bad. Magnussen's moved himself up into second position. Ocon and Albon are fighting over 4th and 5th. Norris is just on his own. Oh, hello. Alonso and Verstappen are wheel to wheel. And we're now ahead of the Alpines. Leclerc has ruined his tyres. Hamilton's also on softs, which are dying. So I think this is a double overtake, is it? Yeah, it is. Here we go. Down the inside, Verstappen with the... Oh, he's inside Alonso's sideboard there.
Not too bad, that.
No, it wasn't too shabby, was it? Yeah, Leclerc has had a lockup. That's why his tyres are so bad. But we are already over 3 seconds off of... oh, Magnussen's got himself into the lead. We are way off of Russell, but Kevin Magnussen now leads this race in the Ferrari. The medium tyres coming good. Red Bull might have to 3-stop their drivers, actually. Is Porsche going to have a look around the outside? Yes, but he can't make it stick. He'll have DRS and still can't make it stick. Alonso and Verstappen are fighting it out. I thought Leclerc was up the inside there. Magnussen win incoming. Guys, in the chat, follow Sean's lead. Who is going to win this race? At the moment, it's a fight between Magnussen and the Red Bulls. Hey Ben, how you doing, mate? We're here with the Saubers. Porsche and Drogovic's tyres are already below 50%. So is Hamilton's. And we are just pulling away from the Alpines at the back. Albon will win, says Justin. He's 5th at the moment. He is... How far is he off the lead? He's 6 seconds off. We've run out of battery. Verstappen and Alonso are going to have to pull some league racing shenanigans and DRS share to get themselves up the order. Elite says Drogovic. Ocon's tyres are literally in heaven. Yeah, he's doing a great job on his tyres. Ocon's looking really good. Magnussen's looking very strong right now on the mediums. And then he'll go to 2 sets of softs, surely. Porsche already in on lap 12. And so are Bottas, Leclerc and Hamilton. Verstappen has overtaken someone. The Sauber has overtaken someone that's not an Alpine. Here we go. Verstappen on the brakes. Down into turn 1. Gets the move done. Ocon or Albon says the cool down room. Loving these different options of winners. As we move up to the giddy heights of 11th place, Max Verstappen passing George Russell doesn't put him on his head. And moves up to 10th. We're in the points, lads. Sauber are in the points. We're working miracles. There we go. Past the smooth operator. So Porsche and Drogovic, despite their front running, their front running in the early laps, are now just on the edge of the points. Verstappen in P8. We're doing a good job on our tyres. What do we think, lads? Can we score points here? Can we get points in the opening race with Sauber? Porsche's just taken off, but he's on fresh tyres and has a faster car, so that's to be expected. Alonso's now defending from a Mercedes. Verstappen's getting overtaken by a Red Bull. The irony. The irony as Drogovic goes past and Hülkenberg has got past Alonso. Can we score? I don't know if we can score points. The strategy will probably have us finish like 15th or 16th at best, and well, that will be because we tumble out of like 7th and 8th after after everyone else has stopped. Ocon now has a massive lead. He's 13.5 seconds clear of Porsche. Porsche and Drogovic might have to 3-stop this race. Verstappen is 4th. He's just past Magnussen, who is just out of the pit lane. This is crazy. There we go, DRS, he's on cold tyres. Verstappen still on nice hot ones. Gets the apex. Thanks very much. We are into 4th position in a Sauber. In a Sauber, I must remind you. The worst car on the grid. We're about to get swamped, though. Here comes Magnussen. Can you imagine if we collide with Magnussen? Fighting over 4th place. Ocon pits. We're 3rd. We are 3rd. We are not 3rd anymore. We are not 3rd anymore. Magnussen has passed us. Sonoda's just done a double overtake. I hope we get an off-board shot of this. Yeah, we do. Here we go. This is a spectacular overtake. Verstappen moves to defend against Magnussen, and Tsunoda, look at him. Look at that. Round the outside. Points could be on, possibly, but Tsunoda, what an effort from him. He could be a dark horse in this race. He's now third. He's forcing Magnussen wide. Alonso is ninth. And he's about to be swallowed up by Zhou and Ocon. Tsunoda drops to fourth. Verstappen doing a good job. Hamilton's still last. Hamilton is still last. Oh, poor Lewis. Get Alonso to keep the cars behind him. We could try that. They always defend. Just defend like a lion. Let's get to our pit stops and see where this all shakes out. We've got some tyre to use with Alonso, so let's use it.
Copy, understood.
He's going to box from 13th position. So he's going to come out probably last. Or 19th, I would say. Perez is in. How's our pit stops? Meh, they're alright. Not like real life. Alonso comes out behind Hamilton, 19th place. Perez is last because pit stop issues. Hamilton's going to have to make those tyres go a long way as well. The Alpine is not a happy car in the early stages of this save. Let's get to Verstappen stop. That's sort of lap 33. Dragovic is now leading from Tsunoda, who's hunting him down. A second a lap quicker there. And he's just passed him. It's Tsunoda, Dragovic and Magnussen. Where's Pourchaire gone? He's already stopped for another set of softs. He is going to be three stopping. Surely Dragovic will do the same. Wow. Red Bull have got a fast car and fast drivers, but they're terrible on their tyres. Dragovic is in. He pops out in the mid-teens. And Magnussen's pulled out a gap on Tsunoda and Stroll, now moving up into second position. Magnussen looking good for his first F1 victory here. Ferrari always good at this circuit though. Verstappen losing even more positions. He's now 10th, 9th because Bottas has stopped. Let's bring him in. Soft tyres, so he'll be good from here because of his pace, but we are 18th. He's so far behind Alonso as well. Stroll stops for tyres. Let's have a look. What are the fights that we can see? So Magnussen leads. Pourchaire is trying to catch him in second. Pourchaire might have a shot at this, you know, actually. The three stop might work for him because he's just so fast. Magnussen's still got to stop. Pourchaire's still got to stop. There's 2 seconds between them. Ocon's in with a shout here as well. All of them have got to stop again. That's your lead fight. One of them three will win the race. What's Alonso doing? He's doing 36 sevens. Verstappen 37 ones now. We can deploy the battery. What else have we got going on? The two Mercs are chasing Albon. And Stroll's coming to get them as well. He stopped very early. Norris has just passed Alonso. Piastri in the V-carb. He's leading the way for them. Magnussen into the pit lane. Oh, a slow stop. Ferrari did not need that. And he's going to tumble down the order. Zhou is going to be... Is he going to be ahead of his teammate? Oh, it's going to be close. But Magnussen has the edge. So I would say Ocon is favourite here. Because I think he's probably slightly better on his tyres.
No overtake.
Copy.
There goes Push Air into the pit stop. Typical Ferrari with the slow stop, I know. Our strategy has... it's probably... It was a slow stop for Push Air as well. Our strategy just hasn't worked. Because simply we don't have the pace. Drogovic has ended up having to go to hards. Oh my god. Albon, what are you up to? Are you going to stop again? What gap have you got to Magnussen? 6 seconds. Stroll's looking quick as well. Is Albon going to win this race? I don't know. He's just done the fastest lap. Incredible. He's pulled out a nice lead as well, actually, on Hülkenberg and Tsunoda, who are fighting. Magnussen and Zhou are fighting. Ocon's quick as well. Drogovic is just on the fastest lap on those hard tyres. They're all going to converge at the end here. We won't worry too much about our drivers at the moment because we simply don't have the car to do anything about it. Oh, Albon is using those tyres. He's going to... Oh, the game's doing something silly here. He's going to stop on like lap 52 for softs and end up 10th. Tsunoda is Sean's pick from here. Albon surely stops again because he's not making it another 11 laps, 10 laps with 34% left on the tyres. He will get a puncture. Piastri into the box. We're going to tumble down the order from 13th and 14th. Here they come then. Tsunoda, Stroll, Hülkenberg, Zhou and Magnussen. It's a 6-way scrap for the win. This is fantastic. We're watching Hülkenberg and Magnussen. Tsunoda's now right on the McLaren of Albon. Has Tsunoda got it? Has Tsunoda got it? He sends it and he takes the lead. Verstappen's got himself up into 12th. As Albon will get DRS. Oh, Stroll sending it and forcing him off the track. God. McLaren, no team orders there. Here comes Lance Stroll. Hey, Jonah. We're just watching Lance Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda fight it out for the win here. Zhou's made his way through into 3rd. Albon is tumbling down the order. He's going to have to box, I'm sure. And it's going to break Justin's heart. But look at the time he's losing. He did a 39.3. There goes Hülkenberg. Stroll, Tsunoda, Zhou or Magnussen. Now, potentially, Ocon could still come through. Look at the scrap behind. Look at this. Well, there's a thumbnail. They are 4 wide. They are 4 wide. That is absolutely ridiculous. Drogovic, oh my god. Cars everywhere. Albon does pit. Stroll still leads. This race is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Can Tsunoda hang with Stroll? No, Stroll has pulled out that gap for DRS. Verstappen could yet potentially score a point. Hey Louis, how you doing, mate? Seeing Russell and Williams again is weird. It is a bit odd, isn't it? It's a bit of a throwback. Right, the Ferraris are on to Lance Stroll. Could be a Ferrari in-house fight. Zhou really looked after his tyres, actually. He pitted before Magnussen, and he's done a great job looking after those tyres. And he's taking the lead. Here comes... oh, we've got yellow flag. We've got yellow flags. Stroll drops to third on that straight. Leclerc with the lockup. Alpine are having a disaster. Hamilton's last. Leclerc is second last. And Zhou is winning. Can Stroll keep up with the Ferraris? Not sure. But here comes the fight from Magnussen for the lead. Can you imagine if they collided? I mean, unless Ocon roars through to win, which I don't think he's going to, because his tyres just aren't good enough. Zhou has the best tyres of anybody in the top 10, except Albon, who pitted like way late. Oh, multiple cars have crashed. Who was it? Russell and Bottas renewing acquaintances. Just a little tap. There goes Bottas. I love how they...
Okay, plenty of space.
I love how the cars just drift off to the side of the like the tiniest contact. It's funny. Right, 3 laps to go. Let's go to the final lap. See who is going to win this race. It's going to be one of the Ferraris. Will it be Zhou? Will it be Magnussen? Verstappen's 12th. Alonso is 17th. Zhou has just left his teammate for dead. He's just done a lap that's 1.2 seconds faster. Zhou Guanyu is going to win the first race of the season. He's on to the final lap. And he's absolutely dominating it. Zhou Guanyu wins the first race for Ferrari in a Ferrari 1-2. Lance Stroll will come home for third. Wow, what a result. Zhou is the first race winner of the inverted grid save. He beats his teammate Kevin Magnussen, and then Lance Stroll comes home third. That was quite the race. Pourchaire, the pole sitter, finishes 8th. Verstappen gets the Sauber from, where was he, 18th to 12th. That's a reasonable effort. And Alonso has beaten the 2 Alpines and Perez.
Okay, that's the checkered flag. P12.
Well, that was an exciting race. Maybe we should do this. There we go. Alonso with his Aston Martin helmet in the Sauber overalls. Why are you so sad, lads? I mean, we didn't think we'd be anywhere near anything. We finished 12th with Verstappen. Zhou, Stroll, Magnussen, your top 3. There we go. Well, Zhou wins from 8th. That's impressive. And Ferrari obviously take a commanding lead in the Constructors' Championship. Who let Zhou cook? I know. Who knew he was this good? Is he equal rating with Magnussen? No, he's actually slightly worse. Well, that's a good way. This is where he doesn't win for the rest of the season. Hulkenberg only 9th for Mercedes. Tsunoda doing a great job with 5th for the Silver Arrows. Gasly only managing 10th for Aston Martin. And then there's all the big names down the bottom. Truly is an inverted grid. Okay, let's move on to Jeddah. We could play every single race, but it would take us many weeks to get through this. What do we think on simulating a few races? So maybe today we try and get to Suzuka. We simulate Jeddah and Melbourne, maybe? Or simulate Jeddah, play Melbourne, simulate Suzuka, and do like one play, one sim, one play, one sim. What do we think? Should I do a poll? How many races should we sim Play one race. Then sim one race. Go. I'm going to go and get a drink and vote on the poll, and I will be back in a minute. All right, what are we saying on the poll? Most people saying yes. Sim the boring races, says Justin. Okay, let's sim... Well, define boring races. I think we sim... Jeddah can be pretty wild, so can Australia. Suzuka, not so much. So I think... Sim a few, but don't sim Jeddah. Alright, so yeah, that's cool. Thank you for voting, everybody. So let's play Jeddah. And then maybe pick that up from the next stream. So we do the first 2 rounds today, and then we do sim Monaco. Right, parts development. We need to develop wings. Leave a little bit spare for side pods or suspension for the once the first set of things are done. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. That's 99%. Where's the other 1% gone? Should be 15, you're right. All right, let's 1% voted on Yesn't. Let's go just 18th and 18th, because I think there'll be some retirements in this race. Setup. 1% YouTube vote tax. Right. Simulate the qualifying session. Who is on pole? Is it Porsche again? It's Felipe Drogovic. Magnussen still can't beat a Red Bull, and he finds himself on the front row in second place once again. Ocon's in 4th, Zhou 5th. McLaren didn't have a good session. Bottas gets the RB into the top 10. Verstappen and Alonso are not on the back row. Impressive. Hey Tommy, welcome to the stream. one of our channel members, of course. Thank you for your support of the channel. We've got 14th and 17th as our starting positions. Let's just go with that. In fact, channel members, if you are a world champion level or above, you can choose the strategy. So pick the strategy for one of our drivers, please. So I think Jermat, Justin and Tommy are world champion level members. I might be wrong on that. Sean, are you world champion level? Go on, Tommy, hit me with a strategy, please, mate. Yeah, choose Verstappen. Hey, Louis. What would you like to do with Verstappen's strategy, Tommy? Hard, soft, soft. Go aggressive on the softs. Something like that? Prediction for Jeddah, and Alpine will not finish in last place. Okay, let's see if Sean's prediction comes true. Alonso, let's send you on your way. Here we go then. Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Are we going to have another new winner in Jeddah? Here come the lights. 5 red lights and round 2 of the season. The lights are out. The race is on. Let's have a look at the run down to turn 1. Drugovich and Pourchaire looking like they're going to be 1-2 again. Magnussen just sending it. Alonso is shuffling around in the pack. 5 drivers are going to DNF, says Ali. There's a lot of drivers on hards. Alonso has got himself up into 16th. Verstappen looks like he's going to drop behind Piastri here. Drugovich is disappearing. Look at this. He's on the mediums and he's absolutely checking out. Pourchaire again on used softs. He must be using all the soft tyres in qualifying. Drugovich leads then at the end of lap 1. Verstappen and Alonso in 16th. Hamilton is 18th. Now Pourchaire takes the lead and he's decided he's going to check out.
Yeah.
We do recommend full lift off to the fuel.
Okay.
Right, our tyres are very nicely up to temperature. Alonso and Verstappen were fighting each other there. Pourchaire has decided to run away, but again, his tyres. He's a real tyre muncher. The McLarens have moved forward in the opening stages. They're now 4th and 6th. And we are tumbling back down the order. We're 17th and 18th now. And a distant the last 5 are just in a group on their own. It's like Class D. Well, Perez is skedaddling out of here. Hamilton now getting in between us. We're just going to have a private battle with the Alpines, aren't we? Right, at the front, Magnussen and Drugovich are starting to close back in on Pourchaire. Albon's got some pace. He's closing in as well. Well, he was. We are now last and second last. I mean, the Alpines are on softs. Yeah, it's not going well for us. We're just fighting each other at the back. We are playing on hard difficulty, but as Magnussen takes the lead, playing as Sauber is just hard difficulty. Sainz and Perez, the first people into the pit lane. Pourchaire, surely he'll have a puncture. He's just getting, my word, look at this. He's getting eaten alive. He's only made it to lap 10 with a Haas in 2021, absolutely. In comes Pourchaire, desperately needing some tyres. He'll be 3-stopping again today. Yellow flags. Oh, Zhou has had contact. He's crashed. He's won a race. Oh no, he's been forced wide by Ocon and he just drives into the wall. Good, good, good. Drogovic in on lap 12. Ben Godfrey's going to Ipswich. As an ex-Norwich player, that's probably not advised.
Our window is open.
Copy.
Verstappen down the inside of Alonso. We're fighting over 15th place. We are ahead of a Ferrari though. Magnussen now has a 9-second lead. But Ocon is on the hards, so he's got to make hay while the sun shines as Magnussen. Right, Alonso to the pit lane, please. You reckon our drivers are going to crash? Well, Piastri's had a crash. He's now got damage. Yeah, he's crashed at turn 5. What's he done? Oh, it's going to be the spin, isn't it? It's always the spin. Oh no, he's just driven off the... Oh, and then he drove into the wall. Oscar, what are you doing, man? Just look like he's going to be fine, and then just poof, it's the wall. Love that. Alonso to the pit lane and emerges last. Drogovic has now made his way into second place and he's chasing down the leader. I did not go minimal fuel because we're going to be aggressive on the tyres most of the way. With Alonso I probably could have. But you have to go on conserve to recover the fuel, so you're not getting the maximum power from your engine, so it's a balancing act.
Okay.
Right, pit window open for Verstappen. Let's deploy some battery with both drivers. Magnussen had a slow stop. What happened? Ferrari, what happened? At least the tyres are there. They haven't done a Red Bull in 2016 Monaco. It's just taken some time to attach it.
So we have to start this now. What happened?
What is going on with Magnussen's mic there? So Red Bull are back in the lead.
No, I got taken out.
Twice now, yeah. Magnussen with slow stops in both races. We've actually overtaken someone. Lads, Sauber are back on the move. Where is it? Oh, there we go. There's the Sauber, there's the V-carb of Piastri with his damage.
Not too bad, that.
Yes, give me my daily Hungarian lesson.
Yep.
Piastri's still there, still fighting. How do we say we are slow in Hungarian? Did I call? No, I didn't call him in. Whoops. We are slow. How do I say we are slow? Soft tyres for Verstappen. We're no longer going to be slow. Justin, I just want to show you that Albon is leading. He's about to lose the place to Magnussen. But he is leading. Drogovic on the hard tyres in fourth is well placed. Lashuak Vagyunk. Sauber Lasuak Vagyuk. We are slow. We are Sauber, we are slow. Sadly, Justin, it's gone. As has Magnussen. He's off up the road.
Are you ready?
Oh, safety car. Here we go. Oh, Piastri has destroyed his car. Has he got the funny rear wing going? Yeah, he has.
Mode charge.
Okay.
Delta.
So Verstappen. Let's bring Alonso in for hards.
You'll break some tyres.
Let's leave Verstappen out. It does help Albon. He'll surely pit. He does. Magnussen also in. Drogovic has stayed out.
Okay, box.
He had a good stop this time. Oh, we've got cars driving through people. What is going on here? It's happening all over the place. Stroll will stay out. He's just stopped. Both Red Bulls are out on hard tyres. They'll be going to the end. Albon on the mediums. Magnussen on the hards. Piastri's in the mud. So we've kept Verstappen out. He's still 18th. We might as well box him. We'll keep him out on Tommy's strategy and just see how it goes. There might be another safety car in a minute. You never know.
Would be in this lap. Do your best there, man.
Okay, copy.
Try to get him.
Right, here we go then, lads. Safety car restart. Felipe Drogovic, take it away. Here he goes. He's got a good launch there, actually. Pourchaire chasing him down. Magnussen, Albon and Ocon all in hot pursuit. Here comes Pourchaire. Magnussen finding a way through. There's Albon in P4. He's looking pretty well set, actually. The mediums should be good to go 15 laps. Alonso is battling Verstappen and we're trying to pass Perez for don't be last. It's just so bad. Pourchaire's dropping back from Magnussen. Can Albon and Ocon need to get him ASAP. Drogovic with the fastest lap of the race. And now Magnussen takes the lead. Oh no, Drogovic is fighting back and they're all back together again. They are all back together again. And we are falling back from Perez. Did we get DRS? Don't think we did.
Overtake.
Okay.
No, we didn't. So we're just going to be battling ourselves.
No overtake.
Copy.
There's Alonso down the inside. Verstappen, he'll be in for tyres in a minute. He needs another safety car. Zhou is in 12th. Sauber in the mud. Germat, world champion member for 7 months. Thank you so much for your support, my friend. Magnussen taking the lead. Look at this. Look at this. 6 cars fighting for the lead of the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Oh, I thought that was going to be a collision. Drogovic got it stopped in the end. Verstappen into the pit lane. He's going to finish last. Can Magnussen escape the Red Bulls? Not at the moment. Oh, we've got a VSC.
Virtual safety
And Zhou has crashed.
Stay positive on Delta.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
He's absolutely annihilated that car. And the race winner from Bahrain is going to score no points in round 2. He's trying to pass Norris. Runs out of talent. Smashes into the wall. He's got nothing to say for it either. Head in hands. The Ferrari guy with the helmet. Couldn't believe it. Okay, well, Verstappen is like way off the back on his own. Zhou actually will not win a race anymore. No, he will win just the season opener and that will be it. Safety car ending. Magnussen leads with 10 to go.
Copy.
Look at the lead train. Oh, Porsche up the inside. The top 10 are covered by less than 5 seconds. It is a 10-way scrap for the lead of this race. Look at this train. Justin Inakaitis, member at World Champion level for 8 months. Thank you so much for your support as well. You can always lend your support to the channel as a member or just by watching, leaving a thumbs up, subscribing, you know, watch every second of every ad. All pays off in the end. But the best thing about this is this, chatting with you guys, having a fun time. Albon around the outside of Drogovic, can't get it done. This train is just starting to spread out. Magnussen and Porsche have pulled away. Albon needs to get past Drogovic. At least still waiting for his gifted one. I think Magnussen and Porsche have done this. Drogovic has backed up everybody else a treat. Has Albon got through? Will he keep third place? He will. Has he got the pace to catch them? They just did a 34.0 versus 31s, mid-31s. That's ridiculous. They're now 7 seconds behind. And now they're back in the 31s. Magnussen with a 30.5. Drogovic has done an absolute worldy job for his teammate to give him a shot at the victory. I hope he doesn't get one because it's funny. Magnussen and Porsche then for the win. They're head to head. They're probably going to crash, aren't they? Here comes Porsche down the inside. They're just chopping and changing. got 2 laps to go now. And they're wheel to wheel again, but their battling is slowing them down. Stroll and Albon and co are coming to get them. But Albon's still stuck in 4th. He's not used his tyres very well. Unless these two have an accident, it's one of these two for the win. And Pourchaire is sizing up the opportunity. He takes the lead at the penultimate corner on the penultimate lap. Final lap then. Here comes Kevin Magnussen, right on board with the Ferrari as he sends it down the inside. Are Ferrari going to win both opening races, well, the first 2 races of the season? Can Pourchaire do anything about it? Doesn't look like it. Magnussen has got tyre in hand. The chat is more dead than Sauber and F1 Manager. I know. I'll be honest, I never look at it. We've got so much else going on in the Discord, I forget it's there. Magnussen has pulled out the gap. And Ferrari are going to win both of the opening 2 rounds of the season. Kevin Magnussen, the Danish Viking, gets his first victory. And Ferrari are the team to beat. Pourchaire comes home second. Stroll, third again. Magnussen now leads the World Championship. Albon 4th, Hulkenberg 5th, Drogovic only 6th in the end. Double points for Aston Martin. Bottas gets a point for V-Carb. And, well, we're not that far off the back of Leclerc. Verstappen is chasing them down, but it's all for naught. Sharky has been gifted a membership. Thank you so much, Sean, for sharing the love. They still didn't get it. Verstappen is oh, he's throwing the gloves. He's furious. Never give up, Elite, never give up. A very bearded Kevin Magnussen, Pourchaire, and Lawson. When you have Lawson and Pourchaire on the podium, they both wear the cap. They don't have hair. They have, like in Shrek, they have hat hair. Or in his case, helmet hair. Kevin Magnussen wins from Teo Pourchaire. Pole sitter Felipe Drogovic drops to 6th. The curse of pole position. Don't get pole position. And basically, if you win, you crash the next race. That's the trend at the moment. Here's the standings. Magnussen and Stroll move ahead of Zhou. Pourchaire up to 4th. Albon moves up the order. Fernando Alonso is last, because we're going to ignore the fact that Sargent and Ricciardo exist. Sean, you know you want to give it. Ali, it will just get gifted to Ben, because that's what happens. Hamilton moved up 6 places from last. He had a good race. Ferrari still lead the way in the constructors from McLaren. Red Bull up to 3rd. Mercedes hold 4th as Aston Martin dropped to 5th. Oh, we're ahead of Williams. We are ahead of Williams. So Verstappen's P12 has us not last. That has gone to Owen. Amazing. Sean, again, thank you so much for sharing the love and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Right, let's go to Melbourne. What we'll do is we will simulate Melbourne. So we've got 3 races. Do we? Yeah, go on then. The next one will go to Jermat's dad's account. Right, we are already at Australia. We won't play this one, we'll just sim it and then we'll wrap up the stream from there. Because it is approaching 9 o'clock in the evening. And I've got work tomorrow. Right, let's put a setup on. Okay, let's simulate to the race. Who is on pole position? Albon topped P1, Pourchaire tops P2, Magnussen P3. Teo Pourchaire and Felipe Drugovich make it a Red Bull front row lockout. So Red Bull dominating in qualifying. Zhou only 9th. Championship leader Magnussen 3rd. Oh, Alonso's last. Verstappen 13th. He's beaten Sainz in a Haas. Anyone could beat Perez. And Russell in a Williams is 18th. Okay. Right, let's just sim the race. Who's winning this? Before I hit confirm, who's winning this? I'll show you the grid again. There's your top 10. Who is winning this race? We're going to hit the sim button. Who wins it? Not a Sauber. Albon. Hulkenberg. Sean is winning. Right, let's sim. Here we go. Will it be Albon? Will it be Hulkenberg? Or will it be Sean? Let's see. Well, Alonso has finished the race. Thumbs up from him. Here we go. It's Kevin Magnussen. Ferrari 3 in a row. Stroll on the podium again. Pourchaire is the same podium as Jeddah. Just in a slightly different order. So that's Magnussen securing his lead at the top of the championship. Tsunoda was 4th. Zhou up to 5th. Albon fell to 6th. Russell gets a point for Williams. Who are we missing up here? Oh, Drugovich. He crashed out. So did Perez. Verstappen and Alonso 12th and 13th. Hamilton 16th. Leclerc 17th. Piastri last at his home race. Poor guy. Carlando 14th and 15th. You think that is a win for me? Right, Magnussen extends. He's got a very nice points tally. 20 points advantage over Stroll. Pourchaire up to 3rd. Zhou he drops to 4th now. George Russell, the latest person to score. But that's bad news for Sauber because that... Oh no! Alpine are now the worst team. Because we've got a 12th and 13th. Alpine are now bottom. Hamilton and Leclerc is not a good partnership. concerning times for Ferrari fans in 2025. Williams up 3 places with that single point. Well, well, well. Ferrari looking very strong in the constructors. McLaren, with Stroll looking potentially like a title threat. Strange how Stroll is outperforming Albon, but there's still a long way to go. 21 races left in this series. All right, we have got chassis and underfloor design complete. I will start manufacturing those in time for the next stream, so that'll be next week. But that will do us for today. The inverted grid is off to a brilliant start. Zhou wins, Magnussen gets 2 wins. We literally have no idea who's going to win each race, so tune in next week to see who wins the next few. We'll have Japan and we'll have a couple of sprint races, which I think we will probably play. We'll sim Suzuka and then we'll play the 2 sprint races next week. So yeah, that should be quite fun. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Have a good week. I'll see you on Friday for the AHGP Racing Community League. And yeah, have a good week. You're the best fans. It's bye for now. Oh, it's not done it.